If you're a man over 50 and you still drink plain water every day, thinking it keeps you healthy, you might be making one of the biggest mistakes of your life, because after 50, that clear, innocent-looking glass of water could actually be slowing down your blood flow, draining your energy, and silently weakening your most vital organ, your heart. And yes, even your manhood. I know that sounds shocking, but stay with me, because what I'm about to share could change how you think about hydration forever. I'm Dr. Mohit Khera, a urologist and men's health specialist, with over 30 years of experience helping men restore their vitality, confidence, and performance. I've worked with thousands of men who thought they were doing everything right, eating clean, exercising, drinking plenty of water, yet they still struggled with fatigue, poor circulation, and declining strength. Here's the truth: no one tells you. After 50, your body doesn't absorb water the way it used to. You can drink all the water you want, but if your cells can't use it properly, you're not hydrating, you're just passing it through. That's why so many older men feel tired, foggy, and weak, even though they're hydrated. But here's the good news: by adding just one simple mineral to your daily glass of water, you can reactivate your blood flow, recharge your energy, and bring back the kind of circulation and stamina you had decades ago. In the next few minutes, I'll show you exactly which mineral this is, and why this tiny addition to your morning water can make your entire body feel 20 again, even at 70. Stay with me. Before we get started, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you never miss another science-backed health tip designed especially for men over 50. And if this topic about improving your blood flow and vitality resonates with you, type 1 in the comments. If it doesn't, type 0 and tell me how I can make the next video even more helpful for you. Now that you understand why plain water may be holding you back, let's dive deeper into what actually happens inside your body after 50, because before you can fix the problem, you need to see the hidden truth about how aging quietly changes the way your body uses and absorbs water. Section 1. The hidden problem with plain water after 50. Section 1. The hidden problem with plain water after 50. When I was in my 40s, I used to believe water was the simplest, most perfect thing I could give my body. I'd fill up my bottle, drink throughout the day, and think I was doing everything right. But something strange happened as I got older. I was drinking more water than ever, yet I felt constantly tired. My muscles cramped more easily, my focus faded faster, and my circulation, especially where it mattered most, just wasn't the same. And when I started seeing the same pattern in my patients, I knew something deeper was happening. The truth is, after the age of 50, your relationship with water completely changes. Your body isn't the same efficient machine it once was. The kidneys that once balanced every drop now begin to lose precision. The digestive tract that absorbed nutrients effortlessly starts to slow. Even the sensation of thirst dulls, so you don't feel as thirsty, even when your body desperately needs hydration. What's worse, the water you drink no longer penetrates your cells the way it used to. It flows in, it flows out, but it doesn't stay where it's needed most. Here's the part most men don't realize. Plain water by itself can't actually hydrate you at a cellular level after 50. That's because it's missing something essential: the minerals that carry an electrical charge. Without those minerals, your water is like a car without a spark plug. It's there, but it can't ignite energy. The water you drink hydrates the surface, but not the cells that power your muscles, your brain, and your blood vessels. Imagine trying to water a dry sponge. You pour and pour, but instead of soaking it up, the water runs right off. That's what's happening inside your body when you drink plain water after 50. The balance of electrolytes, magnesium, sodium, potassium, has shifted. You're losing more through urine and sweat, but you're not replenishing enough. So, even when you think you're hydrated, your cells are quietly dehydrated. They're gasping for that electric charge that allows them to communicate, contract, and transport nutrients. This silent dehydration can show up in subtle but powerful ways. You may feel a bit more sluggish after your walk, notice your hands and feet are colder, or realize your erections aren't as strong or frequent. That's not just aging, that's your cells begging for better hydration. Your blood vessels rely on these charged minerals to relax and expand, but without them, they stiffen. The flow slows down, your heart works harder, your energy fades. And that's why men over 50 can't rely on water alone anymore. You need to give your water back its power, the same way you once gave your body fuel and strength in your younger years. Hydration isn't just about volume, it's about function. It's about creating the kind of internal environment that allows your cells to thrive again. Now, you might be wondering, if plain water isn't enough, what exactly should you be adding to it? Because there is one mineral in particular that acts like a natural switch, turning your circulation back on and helping your arteries relax and expand like they did decades ago. And that's exactly what we're going to talk about next. Section 2. The Science of Electrical Hydration. Section 2. The Science of Electrical Hydration. I remember one morning, a patient in his early 60s sat in my office holding a bottle of water. He looked frustrated. "Doctor," he said, "I drink 3 L of water every day, but I still feel tired and elated. What's going on?" His blood tests showed nothing alarming, but when I looked deeper, the answer was clear. His body wasn't short on water, it was short on electricity. And that's the hidden key to understanding what I call electrical hydration. You see, your body isn't just a collection of organs and tissues, it's a living electrical circuit. Every heartbeat, every nerve signal, every muscle contraction, including those that control blood flow and sexual function, depends on the gentle flow of electrical impulses through your cells. These impulses are carried by tiny charged particles known as electrolytes: magnesium, sodium, potassium, and calcium. Without them, water is like a phone without a battery. You can pour all the water you want into your system, but if the current isn't flowing, nothing works the way it should. In your 20s and 30s, your cells were fully charged. The communication between your brain, heart, and blood vessels was sharp and effortless. But after 50, that electrical balance begins to fade. You start losing more minerals through sweat, urination, and even certain medications. The cells that once vibrated with energy now struggle to communicate. Your muscles feel heavier, your blood pressure fluctuates, and your circulation loses its rhythm. This is why plain water can sometimes make you feel bloated, but not energized, because it hydrates the space around your cells, not inside them. When your body lacks electrolytes, it's like trying to send a signal through a frayed wire. The current weakens, the message gets distorted, and your body's systems begin to misfire. Your nerves don't transmit clearly, your heart beats harder, but less efficiently. Your blood vessels forget how to relax and open. This electrical breakdown is one of the silent reasons men over 50 start to experience poor blood flow, fatigue, and lower stamina. But here's where things get exciting, because you can fix this by adding back the right minerals to your water. You don't just hydrate your body, you recharge it, you restore the electrical connection that powers every cell, every muscle, every heartbeat. It's the difference between a flickering light bulb and one that shines bright again. And when this happens, something remarkable follows. Your energy rises, your thinking clears, and your blood begins to flow, like it did years ago. That's the beauty of electrical hydration. It's simple, powerful, and life-changing. Most people ignore it, yet it holds the secret to feeling truly alive again. And if you're wondering which mineral plays the biggest role in recharging this system, the one that literally tells your blood vessels to relax and open wide, the answer is coming next, and it might surprise you. Section 3. The number 1 mineral every man over 50 needs. Magnesium. Section 3. The #1 mineral every man over 50 needs. Magnesium. When I think about the hundreds of men I've treated over the years, one pattern always stands out. They're almost all missing magnesium. It's one of the most common and most overlooked deficiencies I see, especially in men over 50. And I'll be honest with you, when I first started practicing medicine, I didn't realize just how powerful this mineral really was. But the more I studied it, the more I began to see magnesium as the quiet guardian of vitality, the mineral that keeps your body relaxed, your heart steady, and your blood flowing freely. He told me, "Doc, I'm doing everything right. I eat clean, I work out, I drink water, but I still feel tense all the time. My muscles are stiff, and I can't seem to relax, not even in the bedroom." His blood pressure was creeping up, his sleep was shallow, and he had lost that sense of calm strength he once had. The problem wasn't his effort, it was his magnesium. Magnesium is what I call the relaxation mineral. It's responsible for over 300 biochemical reactions in the body, and one of its most important jobs is helping your smooth muscles, the ones that line your arteries, relax. When those muscles can't relax, your blood vessels stay tight. It's like trying to drive with the brakes on. You can push the pedal harder, but you'll never reach full speed. This tension, called vasoconstriction, is what reduces blood flow, raises blood pressure, and limits circulation to areas that depend on it most, including the penis. When you replenish magnesium, it's like flipping a switch. Your arteries open up, your blood pressure eases down, and your body finally exhales. Blood flows more freely, oxygen moves efficiently, and suddenly your cells start communicating again. That's why many men who start adding magnesium to their daily routine notice they sleep deeper, wake up more rested, and even experience stronger, longer-lasting erections, because the entire vascular system begins to relax and function as it was designed to. Unfortunately, most men today are magnesium deficient. Modern soil is depleted, processed foods strip it away, and even stress burns through your reserves. By the time you reach your 60s, your body's magnesium stores are often half of what they were in your youth. But the fix is simple. Add magnesium back into your water. Choose a form that absorbs easily, like magnesium citrate or glycinate. Just half a teaspoon of magnesium powder in a glass of water each morning can calm your nervous system, improve your mood, and awaken that deep, steady energy that comes from balanced circulation. This isn't a stimulant, it's a restoration. It's your body remembering how to work the way it used to. And once your arteries start relaxing, your blood flows with a power and rhythm that feels unmistakably youthful. But magnesium isn't the only mineral you need to get this full effect. There's another one that most people have misunderstood for decades, a mineral that's been labeled the bad guy, but when used correctly, it's one of the greatest hydration allies your body could ever have. Let's talk about that next. Section 4. Sodium, the misunderstood hero. Section 4. Sodium, the misunderstood hero. For years we've been told that sodium is the villain, the silent killer behind heart attacks, high blood pressure, and swollen ankles. I used to warn patients about salt too. It was the standard advice: cut back on salt, and your heart will thank you. But as I watched more and more men over 50 come into my office feeling tired, dizzy, and weak, despite doing everything right, I started to realize something wasn't adding up. Many of them had actually gone too far. They'd removed sodium almost completely from their diets, and their bodies were paying the price. One of my patients, Jim, a 67-year-old retired pilot, came to me complaining of constant fatigue. He was the kind of man who took pride in his discipline. Oatmeal for breakfast, no processed food, no extra salt, gallons of water every day. But despite all that effort, he felt lightheaded, sluggish, and drained of energy. His blood pressure was lower than normal, his muscles cramped at night, and he said his heart sometimes felt like it was fluttering.
When I reviewed his diet, it hit me instantly. He wasn't getting nearly enough sodium. Here's what most people don't realize. Sodium isn't the enemy, it's the gatekeeper. It controls how water moves in and out of your cells. Without enough of it, your body can't hold on to the water you drink. You end up drinking and drinking, but your cells stay dry, like pouring water into a bucket full of holes. Proper sodium levels help maintain the perfect balance between the fluid inside and outside your cells, ensuring your blood volume stays strong and your circulation efficient. But not all sodium is created equal. The refined bleached table salt found in most processed foods is stripped of every trace mineral that once made it healthy. It's just pure sodium chloride, harsh, dehydrating, and inflammatory. The key is to use unrefined salt, sea salt, or pink Himalayan salt, which contains over 80 different trace minerals that work together to support hydration and balance. Just a pinch of this natural salt in your morning glass of water can make a profound difference. It gives your cells the charge they need to actually use the water you drink, keeping you hydrated from the inside out. When your sodium levels are restored, something remarkable happens. Your energy steadies, your mind sharpens, and your heart beats with more ease. You stop feeling like you're constantly chasing hydration, because your body finally knows how to hold on to it. Even your circulation improves, your hands feel warmer, your muscles looser, and that sense of vitality returns. Sodium doesn't just help your heart, it helps your blood vessels stay flexible and respond.
And when paired with magnesium, it creates a synergy that allows your body to truly thrive. Still, there's one more mineral that completes this equation, a quiet partner to sodium that keeps everything in perfect rhythm, from your heartbeat to your blood pressure. It's the one that holds the balance, and without it, even the best hydration plan can fall apart. Let's talk about that. Next, Section 5. Potassium, the balancer. Section 5. Potassium, the balancer. When I first started talking to my older patients about potassium, most of them looked puzzled. "Isn't that the banana mineral?" they'd ask with a laugh. And I'd smile, because yes, bananas are rich in potassium, but this mineral is far more than a fruit fact. It's one of the most important yet most neglected keys to circulation, energy, and heart rhythm after age 50. If sodium is the gatekeeper that allows water to enter your cells, then potassium is the balancer that keeps everything inside working in perfect harmony. Without enough of it, your entire electrical system begins to falter. I'll never forget Robert, a 72-year-old former engineer who came to see me a few years ago. He was meticulous about his health. He took his vitamins, limited salt, stayed active, and followed every guideline he could find online. Yet, despite all that discipline, he constantly complained of fatigue, muscle weakness, and strange fluttering sensations in his chest. "I feel like my heart skips a beat sometimes," he said quietly. His blood pressure was inconsistent, sometimes high, sometimes low, and his circulation tests showed signs of mild stiffness in his arteries. After reviewing his diet, the problem became clear. He was severely deficient in potassium. As we age, potassium loss becomes more common. Some of it comes from natural aging, some from medications like diuretics and blood pressure drugs. Even excessive caffeine or sweating can deplete it. But the bigger issue is the modern diet itself. Processed foods are loaded with sodium but stripped of potassium. The balance between these two minerals determines how well your blood vessels relax, how your nerves fire, and how your muscles, including your heart, contract. Too little potassium and sodium dominates, tightening your vessels and pushing your blood pressure higher. Enough potassium and everything calms, stabilizes, and flows. Potassium is like the silent conductor of your internal orchestra. It ensures that every beat of your heart and every pulse of your arteries happen in perfect rhythm. It helps your blood vessels stay supple and responsive, preventing the kind of stiffness that leads to fatigue and poor blood flow. When you're low in potassium, you may notice subtle clues, muscle cramps, irregular heartbeat, or that familiar sense of sluggishness that creeps in even when you're well hydrated. These are early signs that your balance is off. Replenishing potassium doesn't require anything extreme. It can be as simple as adding more whole, unprocessed foods to your meals: avocados, leafy greens, beans, oranges, and yes, even a banana now and then. But for many men, especially those who sweat often or take medications that deplete electrolytes, that might not be enough. In those cases, I recommend adding a small dose of potassium chloride powder or an electrolyte blend that contains potassium, magnesium, and trace minerals. Mix half a scoop into your water after physical activity, or once a day if you're feeling drained. The goal isn't to flood your system, it's to restore equilibrium. And when that equilibrium returns, the effects are undeniable. Your blood pressure steadies, your muscles feel stronger, your heartbeat becomes smooth and confident, and you regain that quiet sense of energy that makes you want to move again. Even your mood improves, because proper potassium levels calm the nervous system, reducing tension from the inside out. Potassium doesn't work in isolation. It's part of the intricate electrical network that keeps your body alive, constantly balancing against sodium, and working in partnership with magnesium to support healthy circulation. When those three are in sync, you can feel it. Your body hums with energy again. But there's one more mineral that brings an entirely different dimension to this story. It doesn't just affect your blood flow, it ignites your drive, your strength, and your very sense of masculinity. It's the mineral of vitality, and for men over 50, it's absolutely essential. Let's explore that next. Section 6. Zinc, the mineral of vitality. Section 6. Zinc, the mineral of vitality. Every time I talk about zinc, I see a spark of recognition in men's eyes. They've heard of it before, maybe in a commercial, maybe from a supplement bottle, but few truly understand how vital this mineral is to a man's health, especially after 50. Zinc isn't just another nutrient, it's the lifeblood of male vitality. It's the silent force behind testosterone, energy, and the kind of strength that makes you feel alive, confident, and capable. Without enough zinc, even the best diet, hydration, and exercise can't fully restore that spark you used to feel so naturally in your younger years. I remember meeting Michael, a 69-year-old retired teacher, who told me, "Doc, I feel like my fire's gone out." He wasn't talking about energy alone, he meant everything: his motivation, his drive, his intimacy. It all seemed to have faded. His lab results told me exactly what I suspected. His testosterone levels had dipped far below the healthy range, and his zinc levels were nearly non-existent. It wasn't that his body couldn't produce testosterone anymore, it simply didn't have the raw material to do it. Zinc is that material, the cornerstone of male hormone production. When you're low on zinc, your body's testosterone factory grinds to a crawl, and that has ripple effects on every part of your life. Zinc helps regulate not just testosterone, but also the enzymes that govern sperm health, prostate function, and even mood balance. It's why low zinc levels are often linked to fatigue, low libido, and depression in older men. But there's another layer to this story that most people miss. Zinc also strengthens your immune system. It's one of the few minerals that helps white blood cells communicate and multiply effectively, giving your body the defense it needs to fight off illness and recover faster. As you age, this becomes even more critical. A strong immune system doesn't just keep you from getting sick, it protects your heart, your brain, and your overall vitality. The tricky part is that zinc is notoriously hard to absorb, especially from food alone. Many men take zinc tablets, but the body often breaks down and loses a large portion before it ever reaches the bloodstream. That's why I usually recommend a high-quality liquid zinc supplement, just a few drops mixed into your water once a day. It absorbs quickly, bypassing the digestive barriers and getting straight into your system where it's needed most. Within weeks, most men notice subtle but undeniable changes: more energy in the morning, a steadier mood, better focus, and yes, a noticeable boost in physical performance and confidence. When zinc levels are restored, testosterone naturally begins to rise, and your blood flow improves as your body becomes more responsive to those hormonal signals. The difference is profound. It's like turning the dimmer switch back up on your internal energy. The colors of life feel brighter, your motivation returns, and the man you thought was long gone starts to re-emerge. But here's what makes zinc even more fascinating. It doesn't work alone. It interacts with every other mineral we've discussed: magnesium for muscle relaxation, sodium and potassium for fluid balance, and iron for oxygen transport. Together they create a web of vitality that keeps your entire system alive and thriving. And that last one, iron, plays a particularly powerful role, because while zinc restores the fire, iron carries the oxygen that keeps that fire burning. And when your blood can't deliver enough oxygen, even the strongest spark begins to fade. So in the next part, we'll talk about the element that keeps your energy steady, your mind sharp, and your blood charged with life, the one that completes this entire story of circulation and strength. Section 7. Iron, the oxygen carrier of life. Section 7. Iron, the oxygen carrier of life. There's something poetic about iron. It's the element that gives blood its deep red color, the mineral that turns oxygen into life itself. Every time your heart beats, it sends oxygen-rich blood to every corner of your body, your muscles, your brain, your heart, and yes, even the most private parts that define male vitality. And at the center of that process sits iron, bound within hemoglobin, carrying oxygen like a delivery truck that never stops moving. Without enough iron, that delivery slows down, and life starts to feel dimmer, less energy, less clarity, less drive. I remember one man, David, a 74-year-old retired Navy officer who'd always prided himself on his stamina. But one day he sat across from me and said, "Doc, I don't get it. I walk the same route every morning, but lately I feel like I'm running out of air." His skin looked a bit pale, his eyes duller than usual. A quick blood test confirmed it. His hemoglobin was low, and his iron stores were nearly empty. He wasn't sick, he wasn't lazy, he was running on fumes because his body simply couldn't carry enough oxygen. Iron deficiency doesn't hit all at once. It sneaks in quietly through years of minor blood loss, poor absorption, or even overhydration, with plain water that washes minerals away faster than your body can replace them. For men over 50, it can manifest as unexplained fatigue, shortness of breath, pale skin, or a lack of focus. You might notice your hands and feet feeling colder, your stamina fading, or your workouts leaving you more drained than energized. These are all signs that your blood isn't carrying enough oxygen to keep your cells thriving. But here's the thing: when you replenish iron properly, the effect is like recharging every cell in your body. Suddenly your blood regains its richness, oxygen flows smoothly again, your muscles respond with strength, your mind clears, and your energy feels grounded and steady instead of fleeting. This isn't the jittery energy of caffeine or sugar. It's deeper. It's the kind of vitality that lets you wake up ready to move, to think, to live. However, iron needs to be handled with care. It's not about popping any iron supplement you find on a store shelf. Too much iron can be harmful, especially if it accumulates in your organs. That's why I always tell my patients, test first, supplement second. If your doctor confirms you're low in iron or hemoglobin, The best way to restore it is through gentle, highly absorbable forms. Liquid iron or iron bisglycinate, taken in small doses with vitamin C to boost absorption. Mixing a liquid iron supplement into water not only enhances its uptake, but also helps distribute oxygen more efficiently throughout your system. Within a few weeks, you can often feel the difference: steadier breathing, more energy, sharper focus, and even improved blood flow where it matters most. Iron doesn't just help you move, it helps you feel alive, because every heartbeat, every thought, every intimate moment depends on oxygen delivery, and when oxygen flows freely, everything else follows: your confidence, your stamina, your desire. It's the foundation of feeling strong and capable at any age. When your magnesium, sodium, potassium, zinc, and iron are in balance, something extraordinary happens. Your hydration becomes functional, your circulation turns efficient, your body's electrical system hums in perfect rhythm again, and your vitality returns, not in bursts, but in a steady, enduring flow that carries you through each day with clarity and purpose. I've seen men in their 60s and 70s regain the energy they thought was gone forever, simply by restoring the minerals that aging quietly steals. They didn't need exotic pills or complicated regimens, just the right minerals in their water every single day. Because this isn't just about hydration, it's about restoring the life force that runs through you, the flow of energy, oxygen, and strength that defines what it means to truly feel alive. And now that you understand how these minerals work together to transform your blood flow, there's one more thing I want you to hear: a final message about how to bring all of this into your daily routine and feel results faster than you can imagine. Let's bring it all together in the conclusion. And trust me, you won't want to miss it. Conclusion: transform your water, transform your life. Conclusion: transform your water, transform your life. When I look back over the decades I've spent treating men in their 50s, 60s, and beyond, there's one truth that keeps revealing itself: vitality doesn't fade because we age. It fades because we stop giving the body what it truly needs to function like it once did. And the simplest, most overlooked place to begin restoring that vitality is with something as ordinary as water. But once you understand how minerals transform plain water into fuel for life, it no longer feels ordinary, it becomes medicine. Think about what we've covered. Magnesium, the great relaxer, opens your arteries and quiets the tension that's been holding your blood flow back. Sodium, the misunderstood hero, helps your body hold on to hydration so that every sip of water actually nourishes your cells instead of passing straight through. Potassium, the balancer, keeps your heartbeat steady and your blood pressure stable, ensuring your circulation flows in perfect rhythm. Zinc, the mineral of vitality, reignites the masculine energy that makes you feel strong, confident, and alive. And iron, the oxygen carrier, gives your blood its power, delivering the air your cells need to think clearly, move freely, and perform passionately. Each of these minerals plays a role on its own, but when combined, they create something remarkable. They restore the body's natural electrical harmony, the same spark of life you had decades ago. It's why men who start adding minerals to their water often describe the change as waking up again. Their minds clear, their energy rises, their blood flows, and they start feeling not just hydrated but alive. I've seen men in their 70s regain the strength and confidence they thought were gone forever. Not through extreme diets, not through endless medications, but through consistency. One glass of mineralized water at a time. This is the kind of change that builds quietly, like the rising sun, until one day you realize you feel sharper, calmer, and stronger than you have in years. That's the power of giving your body what it's been missing all along. So, here's my challenge to you. For the next 3 weeks, transform your water. Add that pinch of unrefined salt,
that scoop of magnesium powder, that drop of zinc, or that touch of potassium blend, whatever combination feels right for your needs. Drink with purpose, not habit, because every sip has the power to charge your cells, open your blood vessels, and bring oxygen rushing back into your body. I promise you this, if you stay consistent, you will feel the difference. Your mornings will feel lighter, your thoughts clearer, your circulation stronger. You'll look in the mirror and see not just an older man, but a man renewed, one whose body still remembers how to thrive. Water alone sustains life, but water with minerals amplifies it. It turns hydration into healing, aging into renewal, and every heartbeat into a reminder that vitality doesn't belong to the young. It belongs to the prepared. And if you start today, your future self, stronger, sharper, more alive, will thank you every single morning for the simple choice you made to never drink plain water again. If this message spoke to you, if you felt even a spark of hope, energy, or inspiration, don't keep it to yourself. Hit that like button right now, because every click helps this message reach another man who might be silently struggling with the same challenges you faced. Share this video with a friend, a brother, or anyone over 50 who deserves to feel strong, confident, and full of life again. And I'd love to hear from you personally. Drop a comment below and tell me which mineral you're going to start adding to your water today. Your story might just inspire someone else to take that first step. If you believe in the mission of helping men reclaim their health naturally, consider donating to support the channel. Every contribution goes directly into creating more life-changing health content made for you. Stay strong, stay hydrated, and I'll see you in the next video.